Hey CC Directors, it's Susan Seiler, Director for Classical Conversations here in Livermore, and I thought I'd give you a behind the scenes look on how I organize my science supplies for each quarter in case that it might be helpful to you. It's certainly not the best way or the right way, but it has worked for me the past 3 years, and I thought I'd give you an inside view. Come on. So the first thing is I have these shoe boxes. These are ones that I purchased from Costco. They don't sell them at my Costco any longer, but you can find other shoebox size things at Walmart or Target. These are a little bit smaller, so some weeks you might need 2 per week, but they do also work. These just happen to be the ones that I have. So I use a wet erase marker, and let me grab it. It's these. Are you familiar with these? These Expo wet erase. So I use a wet erase marker, and on the top I write the week number, and on the box, oops, I think it's on the other side, but I just write week 1 on the box as well. So that way it's on the lid and on the box. On the top of the box, using wet erase, I also write down any prep or any additional items that need to be brought. So this week is just prep, but next week on week 2, you can see I need a large bowl and a water jug that does not fit in this bin. I store those oversized items in one of these banker boxes that I got from Office Depot. You can get them at Office Max or any of the supply stores, or you can use whatever you happen to have on hand, but I keep all my oversized items for this quarter in one of these boxes, so I know right where to go to get my supplies. I also make other notes on here. In here is a measuring cup that we're going to use for this week, and I want to rotate this to week 4. So I put a note on the top of the box, so when I get home from CC on week 2, I empty out my supplies from here. I know to go ahead and put that cup into week 4, and I can put the string in with my extra science supplies that I also put in a banker's box like this. I keep 1 banker's box of extra supplies. Excuse me. If it doesn't fit in there, then I pull stuff out I pull the stuff that is easy to get or inexpensive. I pull that out, and we'll just buy that afresh in the cycle. But if I can keep it, I keep it in my banker's box called extra supplies. So I'll go ahead and put all this stuff away. I know I need to rotate that cup to week 4. And then I just go ahead and do that with all the experiments. Now for week 5, I'm not going to keep my raw eggs or anything in this jar. And I have vinegar. Good. So I just write the list of the things that I need to get and on the top of the box, so I'll be able to grab those quickly. Now, where do I store them week to week? I'm going to move, here we go. I have one of these rolling carts from Office Max, and it has a pocket on the back, and they fit my shoe boxes perfectly. So I store all 6 shoe boxes in here, 3 on one side and 3 on the other, and pull them out as I need them. And so I always know where they are week to week, and they're nice and organized. And then I put my box of oversized items, I just set that right on top, and it goes in my garage. So all my quarter 1 science supplies are together. Now I did want to tell you, if you happen to use one of these bins from like Walmart or Target, if you use a wet erase, you can also write on the top, like week 1, large bowl, what have you. If you use dry erase, when you erase it, it will leave some ghosting. You can see, do you see that D right there? That's from using dry erase. But the wet erase, if you just use a bottle of rubbing alcohol and a napkin, then the wet erase comes off very cleanly. I've only tested it with black color, so it's hard to do one-handed. I don't want to shake you guys up too much, but it really does erase clean. with the rubbing alcohol. And then you can reuse it for the next quarter. So that's how I store my quarterly science supplies. For when I'm prepping for the second quarter, because they're more project oriented, by the time I'm prepping, it's usually week 3 maybe or 4 by the time I'm gathering supplies for the next quarter. I already own, I already have all my supplies, but they're just in a banker's box in my garage for future quarters. So I go ahead and grab that banker's box, I pull out the supplies that I need, and then I start organizing them into these shoe bins. So I think I have 9 of them. So that way I can, in week 3 or week 4, go ahead and fill up 6 new boxes for the following projects. Although most of the time we tend not to need those this cycle, especially because we'll have nature walks and those sorts of things. You shouldn't need the bins for the second quarter, but you will probably need them for the 4th quarter. So hopefully all of that made sense to you and was helpful.